Hi, I'm Grace Speroni, and welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. I am delighted to have with us today Jamie Collins from Secure Energy. Jamie, welcome to the podcast.
Glad to be here.
I'm super excited about this.
Oh, good.
But I do have notes that I'm going to have to refer to.
It's a confusing subject.
So it is. So I had the pleasure of visiting your location, and it's an incredible building. But the one thing I got from it was that, there's this great energy in here. Yeah. And that really goes with Secure Energy. But then it was like, well, what does Secure Energy do? So tell us about Secure Energy.
Okay. So we're in the energy management business. Been in business for 17 years now. We came into business to serve the deregulated market. So in the early 90s, the consumer had choice. They could choose to buy their supply of electricity from somebody other than the utilities. So Secure Energy in the early days just simply provided third-party supplied contracts for the supply of electricity, which are electrons, basically, and natural gas. So that's what we started with. And then we've evolved as the energy market has evolved. It's become very complicated. I often refer to it as you're not buying grandpa's energy anymore because it was electrons back then. And now it's a lot of other things that go into it. So we've evolved to serve all those different things, which are sustainability, efficiency, demand management, and then most importantly, looking at the data of usage through a proprietary software system, which is called an energy information system.
Okay, so Secure Energy, you said something to backtrack. So when I thought about it at first, I thought electricity. That's all I associated with Secure Energy. And then I found that you specialize in natural gas, solar energy, distributed generation, and you look for other evolving marketing solutions. And I thought, oh my gosh, so you cover it all.
Right. Everybody wants to drive their bill down because it's usually
crazy.
We deal with only commercial and industrial clients. We don't do anything for residential. And the challenge there is to educate people on the process without burdening them with the work. So we'll do the work, but there's a simple logical formula to how we're going to go about introducing savings. It's not just getting more quotes from more suppliers. It's influencing the components of the kilowatt hour rate, if we're talking about electricity, to improve a profile of your usage that we're going to go to the third-party supply market with, and they're going to bid on it. So I often make the analogy or comparison to life insurance. If I'm a life insurance salesperson or underwriter, and you smoke cigars, drive a motorcycle, and skydive on the weekends, you're going to get a high rate. If you collect stamps, hang out at the library, and jump rope, I'm going to give you a much better rate. That's the profile of the user or the customer, similar to energy. If you're erratic and unpredictable in your energy profile, you're going to get a higher rate. If we make that more flatlined and predictable, you're going to get a lower rate.
So how do you help me get that lower rate? Let's say I'm a manufacturing company and I've been using electricity. That's the only resource I'm aware of. But now I'm starting to think, this gentleman just called on me and he's talking about solar panels.
Right.
When you come in to do your assessment and look at my data, do you suggest to me possibly other resources that I should be looking at?
Exactly. So the methodology to improve that profile is introducing efficiencies in on-site generation like solar. That's going to improve that profile. That's going to make you a more efficient user, a better profile that's going to drive a better rate. So we'll come in and assess the situation, not just go get you an energy supply rate. We'll educate you on how we're going to improve your demand profile, your usage overall to drive a better rate. So when that, for example, our efficiency division, which we've evolved into having about 6 years ago, we have about a 12-person efficiency division that comes in and looks at everything from lighting to HVAC, mechanical solution, or your mechanical operations. Are they the most efficient they can be? Solar is something that's also going to obviously generate electricity, and it's all ROI driven. Everything we look at is to produce the most attractive ROI. Most efficiency projects are eligible for utility rebates. So we're a partner with the utilities to be able to deliver what you're paying into in an efficiency fund. Every bill, if you look at it, is going to have an efficiency line item. You're paying a lot of money into that if you're a manufacturer or a larger commercial user. And we're going to tap that fund to get a rebate on the efficiency improvements that we make.
So you'll make me more energy efficient and I will save some money.
Correct.
Which then I can pass that savings on.
And lower your usage.
Okay.
So that amounts to a lot of money.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
But now we're in today's market.
Yeah.
And it's frightening.
Right.
Just as a homeowner, when I take a look at what my utility bills were maybe like last year, where they're at now. So how are you going to assist me there? And like, do you help me secure the best rate for a specific length of time? Do you shop around for me? How does that whole process work?
So we represent the customer in the competitive marketplace. We like to do that exclusively because some people refer to us as a broker or a supply channel partner of the suppliers. We're a consultant and we're going to represent your competitive interests in the marketplace. If you go out and you hire 3 brokers because you want to drive the best deal and you want to check 3 prices, you're fragmenting the marketplace because we're all going to the same suppliers. So you're indicating to the suppliers, they're not really serious about any one partner to manage this process. So they're not necessarily going to sharpen their pencil. That's only part. Collecting the rates is only part of it. You can get 100 rates on the Google, on the internet. You can get a ton of rates, but you're not getting the advice, the comprehensive solutions that we're driving to improve the process overall. Right. So it's kind of like winning the battle, losing the war. We're in it for the long haul.
Energy procurement.
Correct.
And everything's going to flash up there.
Correct.
And I'll just say, oh, I like this rate because that looks really attractive. But there's much more to that. It's not just always going after the best rate because the lowest rate might not be what's best for me and my manufacturing company.
The best example I can give customers is there's a strategy. One of the strategies that we employ is buying over time versus at a point in time. It's kind of like dollar cost averaging that people are familiar with. So if you are a manufacturer and your contract is up in October and you call us in July or August to buy you a new contract, we're essentially buying at a point of time. And we're hopefully going to get you the most competitive rate at that point in time, given your user profile. If we're able to work overtime, because visibility to the marketplace is our friend, and we watch the market go like this up and down, we have structured projects or products that are called managed solutions where we're going to buy each time the market bottoms out. 10% of your need, maybe 30% of your need the next time, 5% the next time, over time. And that could be 2-year time period to arrive at a fixed rate for when that future bucket of need flows. So that's a strategy that is really friendly to users.
This is like the stock market.
It's very similar to the stock market because it's commodity trading, essentially.
But you're guiding me.
Right, exactly.
Because if I had to guide myself, I'd be in... It's a lot to absorb.
There's a lot of moving parts, and often, frankly, what we run into is it's confusing. It's complex. And people are overburdened by it. So we put it into the simplest terms, not that the people don't have the intellectual curiosity or ability to understand it, but there's a lot of moving parts. We're in it 24/7, 365 days a year. The market's live. It's moving all the time. And we are highly educated in that. And then we have all the largest suppliers, world's largest suppliers, as our trading partners at the very highest levels. So our information is coming through. We have subject matter specialists in-house, but then we're expanding that base of knowledge by tapping into all of our supplier partners whenever need be, including bringing them to your facility.
So you're on top of all the change in technology, emerging technologies, and what kind of solutions they offer in the market, what solution would be best for me, if I should be following this. You're doing all of that for me.
Yeah, and we have relationships that go back to the founding in 2006. So we want to be your energy management company. We often say we're the office down the hall, except we're maybe an hour away for our remote customers. We serve all of New England into the Mid-Atlantic states, so we'll get there as soon as we need to be there. But everything is interconnected in terms of introducing, for example, solar, which is great, pursue it, but it could affect the contract that you're in for your supply. So we want to make sure that your contract is not going to be disrupted when you introduce solar. So we need to keep ahead of all of that stuff with communication with our customers.
So you're my energy specialist.
Down the hall.
You're going to guide me and help me to be most effective with all of this.
Correct.
And for me, anyhow, reading up on it, I did find that it was overwhelming. So I can only imagine having to run my imaginary manufacturing company and then trying to be the all-knowing sage on electricity as well as manufacturing and getting my product out. You step in and you help me get the best savings I can so that I can be more efficient.
Correct.
And I don't have to worry about all of that.
Right. And weave in the solutions. You mentioned technology. There's a tremendous amount of new technology out there, all incentivized by the utility in most cases with real money, significant incentive money. So we'll frequently talk to people who have done a lot of improvements at their facility and didn't tap that efficiency fund, which is very costly because you're talking double digit plus, not plus, but high 30, 40, 50, 60% incentives from the utility in some cases. And we'll structure that solution to get the maximum rebate.
Okay. So for our viewers who are watching and they want to know more about how you and your team can come in, take a look at their data and their energy efficiency or lack of, how can they get in touch with you and have you kind of assess how you might be able to step in and guide them?
We have a robust team at Secure Energy. You can reach out to me at Secure Energy anytime. We'll put you in touch with the right people and have people know that, a lot of people refer to or identify salespeople as strong arm salespeople coming in to sell me something, and it's aggressive. And our industry is very aggressive. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of noise out there. We're not about that. We train all of our people to be a partner in this, and we're in it for the long haul. And our customer base reflects that, and our renewal rates, the frequency in which we renew our customers time and time again is exceptional in the industry. So we're coming in to advise, consult, and then determine if there's a fit. And I always tell our people to share with their prospects, we can guarantee one thing, because we don't have a crystal ball. We don't manage energy that way. We don't imply that we can. We will guarantee that you'll come away far more educated in your next buying decision after meeting with us, had you not.
And that's all we can ask for, too.
Hopefully.
And then, of course, just manage it once we've made that educated decision, because you've provided us with all the information and the data that we need.
Right. And we're always here.
So you've been a wonderful partner to the ERC5, and we're so grateful that you were able to join us today. And thank you for sharing this information with us, because it certainly is something that I think all of our viewers could benefit from, manufacturing companies and so forth. So thank you very much, and I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you.
We're happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much,
Jamie. Thank you, Grace.
And thank you for watching Conversations with the ERC5. If you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, please go to our website at erc5.com.